Hey, it's your boy AJ back with another freaking video. And today I'm here with a tea video. And firstly, I would like to say, girl, where the fuck did all these people come from last week? I want to say shout out to everybody that came over. New subscribers. It was a lot of people who came over on that tea video last week. I don't know what happened. That was like new tea mixed with some old tea. But the girls enjoyed it, honey. So shout out to y'all. All my new people, new faces. Shout out to y'all. Hey, my name is Jaylin. I'm sorry to hold y'all waiting. I didn't put up no tea video. I was going to come right after. But my smoke detector battery was beeping. And I said, I can't be cussing these bitches out with no beeping ass smoke detector in the back. I said, I'm gonna have to wait. And I literally have been harassing Lisa in the office. I showed my ass today, which today is Thursday. Went back up there today and I said, look here, baby, if y'all don't come and fix my motherfucking smoke detector, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it. Y'all gotta fix my shit. I said, y'all gonna go home and enjoy y'all Saturday and Sunday, and I'm gonna be in here going crazy. I said, And I tell you this, I put it on God. About time I walked back from the Lisa office and put the key in my door and went to the restroom to cool off and type the sweat off my face, a nigga was knocking on my front door. Get your ass on in here. Mind you, I went last week. It's been beeping since last Friday. Them bitches didn't give a damn. It's a whole new Friday almost. I went off. Anyway, right? That's not why we here today. So I want to start off with Natalie Nun and what is the boy named Cassinet? Okay, live for Cassinet and Natalie Nun. It took me a while to warm up to Cassinet, but he's done so much growth as a human over the last 2-3 years of being in our presence. I have to give it to him. But anyways, over the last like week and a half, baby, Natalie Nun and Cassinet have been going back and forth, and really just Natalie Nun going after Cassinet. Now, Cassinet recently done this thing called like Screamers University, where he invited big screamers, medium screamers, small screamers, all into this university, and they stayed there for 4 days, and it went viral everywhere. More than Twitch, girl. It went over to Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. It was going viral. Now, Natalie Nun goes forward and says she's gonna do a baddies university. I say, listen, 3 days later. Cassinet shut it down so fast, we couldn't even click on it to see what the fuck she was actually doing. We couldn't even see if the bitch was actually in the university. He shut that shit down. I said, oh. Now, that literally infuriates Natalie, where she's been on her page ranting, girl. But Kai ain't done nothing but a business move. He called his people and said, hey, shut this shit down. He ain't said nothing, nobody. He shut this shit down, and Natalie been on that Instagram live. She said, you won't shut this down, bitch.
Like, you've DM'd me. I don't DM niggas. Like, I don't have to DM people. DM'd me asking how we can collab back in February. I told you multiple things that we can do. You then did a whole streaming university, but because I'm caught up in the baddie university world, teaching these bitches to be bad bitches, get money, I feel like you just kind of like are playing, like you playing with the baddies.
I live for Natalie, but it was kind of like stupid. So there's that. We're gonna move on to the next topic. Offset and Cardi B. Offset and Cardi B. Jesus have mercy. As soon as I cut my camera off last week, Cardi cut her camera on. I said, damn. I said, fuck, I just got finished filming a fucking video. She got up on that space and she let the chopper sing. Oh, she let the chopper sing, girl. She let the chopper sing. Now, we know she's been going through this divorce, but Offset and they actually are getting divorced, baby, because it's getting nasty. You know divorces are real when shit start coming out. The niggas need like spousal support shit. Bitch. So, Offset has requested that Cardi B gives him spousal support, and once that hit, you know, her lawyer's front desk and also the blog, she got on Spaces, which is a thing on Twitter, and she lit that chopper thing. Like I said, she was on that cussing, fussing, and going the fuck off. Now, while she was cussing and fussing and going the fuck off, I wrote down a couple notes. The first note I got is no child support. Damn, no child support? I want to ask, you know, is he only not paying child support for this section of kids, Cardi B's version of kids, or is he not paying any of the baby mamas? Maybe Cardi B is just the one he ain't paying for this past year. But she says, you know, he ain't paying no child support, and they have, I think she said $40,000 worth of bills just for her, just for my kids alone. Just for my babies alone. $40,000 just for my kids alone.
Please tell the media how you left me with a $50,000 a month bill that I haven't even asked you a dollar for. Please go say that. When you make it seem like I'm a deadbeat mom, Belcalis, Marlenis, Almanzar pay over $50,000 just on her kids alone. Just on her kids alone. Me! My money, my hands.
Just my kids alone, $40,000. She has $40,000 worth of bills just for her kids alone. Then she goes forward and says Offset stood her and the kids up 5 different times. She said he done tried to say he coming 5 different times and he ain't showed up. They didn't have their little Mario backpack, SpongeBob backpack, Dora Explorer backpack, and they waited at the door. He never showed up. Damn, you that type of happy? I can believe it. Look at him, look like a goddamn bug. Also, she says that he left her with the Atlanta house bill. She says that she's paying to upkeep the house, she's paying for the light, she's paying for the mortgage, and he's staying in that home. And he stays there every night, and he's bringing different bitches in and out. I said, damn. She said, I really could go over there and motherfucking let that bitch out, lock that bitch up, but you know, I'm not.
The last year you have foot me with the bill.
He wouldn't have been in that motherfucker, I'm telling you. I don't know who credit on it, but we would have been down at the credit union. I'm sorry. He would have been like that lady on Scrod. Yeah, why would you do this to me? Why would you do this? Offset would have been out there. Why would you do this to me, baby? I'm telling you, that nigga would have been put out. Oh, girl, he would have been out in the goddamn street. But she said she's paying for it just to have him shut the fuck up. But he's still harassing her when he sees, you know, blogs, pictures of Cardi B and what's her name? Stefan. That's her name, right? Stefan out. All right. So I said, bum ass nigga, we been knew that. We been knew that. No, we been knew that. We been knew that. Anyways, Offset has officially went forward and deleted all of his social medias after Cardi B cussed his ass out, because he went forward after that and made some tweets saying, you know, some very threatening things, because he's seen this image of his son with braids in his head that were similar to Cardi B's new man. So he got on Twitter and said, keep playing. He was so threatening, some ghetto ass death threat. You shouldn't be threatening nobody. Oh, some motherfucking braids. Whether it was done purposely, whether it was years apart, whatever the fuck it was. That was some goddamn braids you on Twitter crashing the fuck out, asking for spousal support, or talking about what the fuck Cardi B is doing with her child's braids. Because at this point, it's her child, not yours. Because you ain't paying for nothing. But you got the audacity to get on Twitter and talk about some, what the fuck is in this child's head. But ain't nothing in yours. Not a brain, not a cell. Ain't nothing in your brain but pussy pics. Moving on. Got a little housewives drama. What's her name? Brittany, that's her name, Brittany. I feel like I'm on Wiggins. Brittany. She's suing Bravo. Goddamn. She coming up after that. $20 million lawsuit. She files a $20 million lawsuit against Bravo for defamatory and sexual harassment, and claims they were aware that the sexual explicit photos that were shown by Kenya Moore wasn't her, but led the public to believe they were. Now, before we even get fully into the lawsuit situation, she didn't attend the reunion. Now, when they posted a little chart thing, I said, damn, was she ain't there? Let me tell you something. If you watch my Housewives reviews, you will see there is a involvement of me kind of not standing, but maybe lifting. I could never get a bitch a 10, so I can't say I stand her, but I live because she clocks certain bitches in. And the way Porsha has been acting throughout this season with certain bitches, she walk on off and do all that shit. She ain't doing that with Brittany. When Brittany get up on that same bitch, she clocks Porsha the fuck in, and I live, bitch. She said Porsha. When I see her like come to the reunion, I said, damn, cause that bitch is now that's a bitch was gonna clock a bitch in, okay? Brittany was gonna clock a bitch in, all right? So I was like, damn, she ain't come to the reunion. Now she ends up going forward and making this long old post on her Instagram story, honey. And I'm like, girl, what the fuck is that? And the next morning follows a lawsuit. So with this lawsuit, I want to be honest with you, she may have a case, sadly. I hate to fucking give it to her, fuck. She may have a case, genuinely, because the way, if these people actually knew that it wasn't her in that photo and they just ran with it as a storyline to promote the show, but it destroyed, and because, girl, we are dragging her ass. We were dragging her ass then, we dragging her ass now, and we're gonna be dragging her ass in the future, even though we know it ain't her. So I can understand her being like, girl, why am I getting so much backlash? I can see her saying, yeah, y'all gotta pay for that, because I got some backlash and that wasn't even me. Y'all could have cut that out, and the people that knew who was there, they knew, and you know, let word of mouth do what it could do. But we'll see where the fuck that goes. Moving on to Porsha and her alimony. Let me pull it up, honey. Simon has been sent from America back to Nigeria, okay? And with that being said, the divorce has finally came to an end. And with the end of this divorce, Simon is ordered to pay $40,000 a month to Porsha Williams. She also gets to stay in the home for 36 months, which is 3 years, with Simon covering the mortgage, any other bills and costs due to the home. Also, Simon has to pay for Porsha's attorney bills. Girl, $40,000 a month and alimony after the nigga already paying your bill. I don't think she gonna get all that. I don't think she gonna get all that. Definitely with him being in Nigeria, I don't think nobody in Nigeria gonna enforce it. Girl, please clock my tea if I'm loud and wrong, okay? If they ain't took it out of his savings by now, I don't think she gonna get it. I don't give a fuck what the prenup say. Prenup only matter if I'm actually in this motherfucker with you. But in Nigeria, girl, that shit be in my mama account so goddamn fast. My money be where the fuck Tasha can't get her money at out there, bitch. I'm telling you, boy, she wouldn't get a dime, bitch. Maybe they would have to, re-deport me. They would have to bring my ass back, me and my checkbook back to America, bitch. Cause I would have been over in Nigeria with a new name, new alias, and I'd be on the beach with a lemon drop shaking ass, bitch. I got up out of that, baby. I would be winding my waist. I'm talking about winding. But we gonna see, because if he don't pay, that will for sure be her storyline for next year. So hopefully he don't pay, so she has something to talk about. Girl, Mariah Scientist, I know your arm is tired. I know your arm is tight. That nigga was pulling on your arm the way I pull on my Doritos bag when I got some Chipotle, bitch. I be excited as a motherfucker. Come on, come on, come on, bitch. Come on, come on, come on. Unhand her. Unhand her. Bitch, I said if that nigga don't unhand her, I mean he pulled her up and down through the valley of the BET Awards. I said, oh shit. He didn't want her talking to nobody. She wasn't getting up her. She could not promote Burning Blue. She couldn't say 3 seconds worth of shit in nobody's mic about Burning Blue. He said, come on, come on. I said, what the fuck is going on in this motherfucker? This nigga you want free? Anyways, moving on. Nene Leakes and T.S. Madison. An interview that shouldn't have never hit the internet. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Nene Leakes has a new talk show on the YouTube channel, and she's bringing people on there. Okay, had to do a little touch up. Anyways, like I was saying, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Nene Leakes has a new talk show on YouTube, and she's been bringing different guests on there. And I live for Nene Leakes, but I just feel like there needs to be a little bit more structure. It's kind of giving like Jennifer Hudson with a little comedy, okay? It's kind of giving that. And I'm sorry, it's funny, but it's still giving J Hud over there at the Nene Leakes show. But any which way, her recent guest was T.S. Madison. What an angel, what a doll. Now, they got into a whole bunch of discussions, honey, and got themselves in trouble, okay? Both of them got in trouble on the internet, but I'm seeing a lot of Nene Leakes ass kicking, and I feel like for the last 2 months I'd have to run over and save these black queens. I had to go save these black queens. Who was I saving last week? Got Money Long. Shit, I was saving Money Long last week. This week I'm saving Nene Leakes. This is a save a whole show, goddammit. Nene Leakes ends up having this conversation with T.S. Madison, and T.S. Madison's like, you know, Nene, I can find a man for you. And Nene goes forward and she says, you know, well, has the man been with you? Nene said, well, has the man been with you? And T.S. Madison said, you know, he may be with me, but he gonna be with you, he can be with me, he can be with you, da da da. And Nene said, well, I don't want that shit. I don't want that. And it has created an uproar on social media. People are disgusted at Nene being disgusted at the man wanting T.S. Madison and Nene Leakes.
Yeah, so the man gonna be sleeping with me and you? I don't want to talk to him no more. You don't? Why the hell you going to sleep with me then going to sleep with you for? Well, he got men like variety. Oh, please. I don't want him.
We are not ready for certain conversations just yet. I feel like this is a conversation that we may have in a private group chat with our homegirls. But looking at the situation, with all respect to the queer community, if somebody is uncomfortable with their man dating trans, it's fine. I understand, baby. As a gay man, I don't want a nigga that want me and a trans woman. I just, nah, it's fine, baby. Call me ignorant. Yo, cuss my ass the fuck out in the comments. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't want it. So I can see a cisgender, that's what they call them, right? A cisgender woman not wanting a man that is attracted to biological women and also trans women. I don't see it as the woman being, you know, homophobic if she genuinely, you know, has that situation knocking at her front door. She's in a situation with a man and he actually is like open with her and saying, look here, I like you and I also have dated trans women in the behind. Not behind. I've also dated trans women in the past, and the woman tells her like, you know, that's cool, thank you for the information, but I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel like that woman should be home. Hey, give me that rope. Give me that goddamn rope. I feel like there's certain situations where it's like these bitches are truly homophobic, and we can see the homophobia girl busting out of their ass. But then I can also look at certain situations and understand when a woman is not homophobic, she just is uncomfortable. She doesn't want to be in that certain position. There's going to be some Baptist church going Sunday 7:30 in the morning women that don't choose to go with a man that likes trans women and also biological women. It's fine. It'll be all right. I think it will. But y'all acting it might not be. Y'all might know some shit I don't. The last thing I want to talk about is Tyler Perry's brand new movie, Scrawl. Oh, Scrawl got you motherfuckers pennies in a bunch. Okay, half of the world is angry, half of the world is living. I'm on the section of the world that is living. It came out last Thursday. I stayed up. It came out Thursday morning at 2 a.m. Central Time for me. And I remember having a, oh my goodness, I remember last Thursday, it was a day for me. And the smoke detector had started. But I remember Thursday was just a day for me. And I was so emotional the whole day. But the whole day I remember just saying, I cannot wait till Tyler Perry movie come out. I swear to God, I remember the whole day I was like, when Tyler Perry movie come out, I'm putting my shit to the side and go get me a little nasty, whatever, little key or drummer from Taraji P. Henson, I think Tiana Taylor. And then I'm like, okay, girl, I'm putting all my props to the side because I'm finna go get me a nasty key from Tyler Perry because I didn't watch the trailer. One thing about me, I've been supporting Tyler Perry forever. He said he dropping something, I would be there, girl. Whatever time it is, I'll be there. I'm watching, honey. I don't even watch the trailer because I'm showing up. I'm showing up. I don't even know what the fuck it's about. I'm showing up. So, swear to God, I didn't know what Scrawl was about. So I'm like, girl, I already put my problems to the side and enjoy this film. Movie drops at 2 a.m. I cut on the movie. Nobody else is up but me. I'm in my house watching it alone. And I'm watching it. And within the first 15 minutes, I said, I know the fuck I didn't put my problems to the side just for them to come slap me in my face. What the hell is going on? What the fuck is going on? That movie blew my mind away. Outside of Wicked, I don't know when the last time I have been emotionally conveyed by a movie. Taraji P. Henson, Shirley Shepard, and Tiana Taylor, and Tyler Perry, all four did they motherfucking thing. And who surprised me the most was Shirley Shepard. The emotion on her face. The way Shirley's face developed over that movie, you would have thought this was a goddamn reality show. I believed her until the credits started rolling. She was tired. She was exhausted. She was understanding. She tore that shit up. Of course, Taraji did her goddamn thing. She was trying to get $521 so she can get the $40 to her daughter because they're gonna pick her. She need her lunch.
I just need to cash my check. That's all. $521. That's all I need.
She had a mission. Okay, she had a mission. And I was so emotional so many times throughout the film. I was super emotional in the beginning when she was just going through life struggles. And I was just like, girl, I understand that. And then the next time I was emotional in the movie was when they started showing the live stream on the news. And she was finally heard. Oh my God. Just to be heard. Just to be understood is what so many people crave. And that moment in the movie was so satisfying. I can literally tear up crying. It was so satisfying. I'm like, oh, they hear her, they understand. Because she was so knee deep in this shit. It was like, could people ever understand? Could people ever understand the day that I had from this morning up until this point? Will people give it a fuck? And when that part of the movie came and they were understanding and people were giving a fuck, girl, I lost my mind. I was an emotional wreck. Of course, at the end of the movie, the big plot twist, maybe I should do a movie review if y'all want me to do. I don't really want to spoil it for people who are just watching, and I'm talking about this here. Blew my mind. Everybody did their damnedest. I love all his films, but this is the first time I have genuinely understood when he's got in front of the audience and said, look here, I'm about to depict the struggle. Helen Keller could see that shit, bitch. He told this movie the fuck up. Everything that needed to be seen was seen. Everything that needed to be heard was heard. And it fucked with me. I was crying on my Instagram at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. sobbing, bitch. Sobbing. I'm balling.
This is too much.
Balling. I'm sitting here crying because
Over and over.
baby, you be at that final straw for real. Like for real. When I tell y'all the movie 10 out of 10, I am emotionally drained. Taraji P. Henson told that shit up. I cried, I laughed, I screamed. Anyways, I love y'all. Make sure you guys be blessed, be safe. I'll see y'all in some more content.